What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Outside the Cage. I'm your co-host, Jalen. That's my boy, Eric. How we doing today?
Shit, another day, another dollar.
Yes,
Here,
sir.
ready to talk some fights as per usual. Coming off maybe the best card of the year, maybe not. I think we can get into that, but I was just still shocked, honestly, about the result of the main event.
Yeah.
If you're living under a rock, Justin Gaethje went out there, knocked out Dustin Poirier with a head kick. It was like the orthodox version of Leon Edwards versus Usman in the same arena. Was it about a year later too?
Yeah, about around the same time. Less than a year, actually.
Man, Salt Lake City delivers again. The crowd was elite from the beginning. We were very elite in the beginning.
Yeah, we started off the picks really good. One of my friends I was watching the fight with, we were like betting. Like he knows a little bit like UFC, but he was just like, bro, I just want to bet whatever you bet. So I was at his house for a little bit for the prelims. Started off like 3-0. He was fucking lit, and then we ended up even because I just thought I was like, we're cool. But I want to say though, like for obviously the Crawford and Spence fight, and then the UFC fight, just what a weekend in general for combat sports. Like you can just feel it. Like we talk about, like every pay-per-view is big, every pay-per-view is unique in its own way. But the more this grew and the more like we got to this, I just thought like, damn, like this one's really special. Like this is really special. This one really like gave me chills. I thought about it and I was like, damn, this one felt different. This one felt different from the beginning. Great card top to bottom. I think a lot of the times when we get these cards with no quote unquote title, because I don't, obviously the BMF's not a title, they have to stack the card more. So you get great prelims, you get great
everything.
co-mains, you
Main
get
card, yeah.
everything from top to bottom. So shout out to that. Like this weekend was special. You can feel the energy. Everyone I think on social media was talking fights, whether if it was boxing, whether if it was UFC. So shout out to that. Yeah, let's get right into it. Justin Gaethje knocks out Dustin Poirier round 2 via head kick. Great round 1. I think we could say Dustin won round 1. I would say Dustin won round 1.
Yeah, I would say so too, just because he dropped him, he dropped him, right, with that one left hand when Gaethje kind of stumbled back against the cage. But I still haven't rewatched it yet, and I was buzzing pretty good during the fight. So honestly, I probably don't have the most vivid memory of the details and stuff. But yeah, I would say that Dustin did win round 1.
Then Justin comes out round 2, just again back and forth round. Looked down for 2 seconds, head kick out of nowhere. Shouts Herb Dean coming in and making a sliding play.
Athletic.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely unexpected. I think after seeing again, I didn't take too much account into their first fight, but I just thought that they'd I did think it would end inside the distance, but I thought they would stand and bang and brawl for around 3-4 rounds. But no, Justin made quick work. Never really seen him throw a head kick. Weird seeing Dustin on the ground. I've never seen Dustin on the ground like that, so definitely weird. But
ever since Michael Johnson won, I think they said it was 7 years ago when Michael Johnson did it to him, and that was the last time he's been KO'd. And oh my goodness, man, it was like a little bit sad, but it was hard to be sad just because it was such a hype moment as well. The crowd was going nuts. Gaethje did his backflip where it looks like he goes 10 feet in the air. I will say I did see Gaethje throw that high kick once or twice in the first round. And I was like, that has some action, just because you have to have so much respect for his low kicks.
Yeah.
You could sneak that thing up there. And what's crazy is that, obviously, given the stakes, that was the best KO of the night, probably. But just, I don't know, dude. Roman Koplyov's head kick might have been better. The one on the prelims. For anyone that tuned in later, sorry, I'm not jumping around, but Roman Koplyov just had a ridiculous head kick as well. Y'all should definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, man, that arena is just the head kick arena now. I think it's safe to say.
So the win by Justin Gaethje obviously cements him as the winner of Charles and Islam. Who do you think gives him the best chance of winning that belt? What matchup do you think?
I'd say Charles, just
You think?
because we saw how that first fight went. It was pretty back and forth, and then Charles just ended up kind of catching him better. No, you can't say that. I'd say he just kind of outlasted him.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I just think Islam's a major problem still.
yeah. What does Dustin do next? He kind of like was, I don't know. I mean, again, it was just kind of post fight. You have a lot of emotions, but he was just kind of saying like, I'm not fighting down, or I'm not. And he's like number 3, probably gonna. I don't know where he's gonna be ranked now. I would still imagine he's inside the top 5, top 7. So who does he fight? I mean, you in a
Yeah.
situation like that, it's usually he fights a guy that's coming up. So yeah, I mean, I don't know who in that lightweight division that.
Mm. I mean, I think it's safe to say that his title shot or his title hopes are just about over, just with how
Yeah,
old he is and the amount of guys that are going to be coming up in the lightweight division and they are at the top right now. So I think it sucks to say, but I think there's a chance that he retires unless, say, he gets a Colby Covington
that's what I
huge
was gonna
pay per
say.
view fight or something. Like, obviously Nate Diaz is gone, but
Yeah,
I think Nate would be another one that would be interesting for him to stick around for. But I mean, he's fought just about everyone besides Colby and Nate. And am I missing
yeah.
someone?
I mean, Connor. I think Dustin. I think Colby Covington, obviously coming off a loss versus Leon, makes sense. You look at the 170 via Bilal Muhammad, but that doesn't make sense for Bilal because he's again multiple. He's had multiple one fights away from being away from the title, so he's for sure close to the title. I mean, I don't know. There's really no one in the light heavyweight division that. Do you run it back with Dan Hooker? I think you just take. I think you just take big fights if you're Dustin. You just kind of look for the best
Yeah.
fights, co-mains. Yeah, I kind of think sadly that was his last shot at the title. I think he's probably 3 fights away from, if he was 3 big wins away from getting to the title. But again, when you get knocked out like that, you never know how you're going to come back. Yeah, sad to see Dustin go out. You knew you were going to be sad either way because one of these dudes was going to be out of title contention, and they're just such dogs that you want to see them fight the big fights. So yeah, definitely that's tough for Dustin. I don't know where you go there. I think you for sure take a couple months off, maybe even a year. You talk about it, you think about it. He has enough money. He's
Yeah.
fine.
I was going to say, I mean, retirement's probably sounding pretty good to him right now. Like, with the money that he has stacked up, he's 34 years old. I mean, who wouldn't want to retire at 34 and
Yeah.
be chilling? He could always do some UFC analyst role or something like that. Actually, I don't know if he'd be that big into the talking part, but yeah, dude, sucks to see, but it is what it is. Did you see Masvidal said he bet 100 grand on Dustin? Do you think that's legit? I think probably, but
Yeah. I
yeah.
bet big money on him. I mean, shit, it was a good. I mean, I went big on Dustin. It was a good bet. I thought. I don't know. It
Yeah,
was.
we were both like, I think, semi confident. Like, we knew it was going to be a war, but I think we both thought that Dustin was going to come out on top. Man, dude, I'm still kind of surprised, honestly. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
In
then
our
the
co-main
co-main,
event, Jan Blachowicz, Alex Pereira. I think we could all agree it was a title eliminator. I actually have a take on that now. But just a weird fight, I would say. Blachowicz dominated round 1. Pereira won round 2. Round 3 was the close one. I had Pereira winning 29-28 split decision. I agreed with the decision. I think we learned a lot about Pereira. I think that he's obviously a great striker. He's big, he's strong, but I don't think he has that. He still has that power, but these guys at 205 are bigger and have a little bit tougher chins to take that power because he hit Jan a couple times where anyone else would have dropped. So, yeah, I thought Pereira was, I mean, obviously he didn't look great grappling. Jan got tired. I think Jan definitely had a couple of chances to put him away there. But got tired. Definitely should have went back to the wrestling, but couldn't because he couldn't get a takedown because he's too tired. I just think this light heavyweight division, man, it's cursed. Like this was the perfect opportunity for obviously Pereira wins, so it was a perfect opportunity for Pereira to get a big knockout, a big win, or Jan Blachowicz to get a big knockout, a big win, a convincing win. and it just didn't happen. So, I mean, obviously we know who Alex Pereira is, so of course we want to see him fight Yuri, but there was just no there's no buzz about it as there would have been if Pereira came and put this dude to sleep. So I don't know. It's just I feel like this division's like just not. It's just cursed for the time being.
Yeah, dude, they really can't catch a break. We've had 2 champs now. We're both exciting that everyone was excited about, and then they both have a year-long injury back to back. So man, dude, Jan really disappointed me. I don't know if it was his age mixed with the altitude, but he looked like he had nothing to offer after that first attack that he or his first time trying to submit Pereira when he was on his back, expending all his energy. Then he was just out of it, dude. Felt like for the last 10 minutes of that fight, basically, he just looked like he didn't want to be there. He was just trying to get to the end of it, which is obviously, I don't know. It's easier talking from the couch than it is actually doing it. But I don't really know what's left for Jan. He's 40. He's already been a champ. He's made money.
I think in this light heavyweight, like it doesn't matter. Like he's back in it. Let's say he fights Ankalaev again.
That's true. Gets a KO. But...
yeah, I seen Johnny Walker's booked with somebody.
Oh yeah. Who is it? It's on the 294 card, I'm pretty sure.
It was a big one.
See if I can find that. But yeah, they've been starting to throw some fight announcements out there. We can get into those later, but it's always nice when they do that. But so you think have they said anything about when Yuri's going to be ready to go?
So that was my thing. That's what I was going to mention. They're not really. It seems like the UFC isn't too keen on Strickland versus Izzy. So is Yuri ready to fight Izzy in Australia for the light heavyweight title?
I mean, I guess, yeah. Do you think Izzy wants to do that? I mean,
I think if you're Izzy, like that's a great matchup for you.
Yeah, Yuri's a good grappler though. He's big, but
you would for sure want a longer camp, I think. But I think Izzy's like once Dricus backed out, he was still kind of, you don't have to change your camp for Sean Strickland, kind of just the same style boxer, and he's just kind of like, I'll just fight in Australia, take the money, and then we'll move on, kind of, which could be scary. But yeah, I think your mindset and your camp for a Yuri or going up would be a lot different. So I was just throwing that out there because I think I don't know when Yuri's ready. When Yuri is ready, you probably do a Yuri versus Alex Pereira anyway. But like, bro, like Alex Pereira just comes in and just fucking beats everybody. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just weird, bro. He's just like comes in, fights 3 fights or whatever it was, beats Izzy, 2 title, or then he loses. Then he goes to light heavyweight, fights
title
the top
eliminator
guy.
Yeah,
like it's just crazy. And like he wins, so you can't even hate on it. Like, yeah, at first it was very fast tracking, but now it's like it's warranted, it's worth it. Yeah, just weird. Like if he ends up with the lightweight title, like it's just like the weirdest like stretch. Like
the fact that he'd be like a 9-2 double champ or something like that. Yeah,
and like really like dominant. Like and his wins haven't been dominant. Like obviously he knocked out Izzy, then obviously decision with Blachowicz, but just like he's just good. Like it's just weird. Like he just finds a way to get it done.
Yeah, and like dude, he's a specimen. And those leg kicks, it looks like he's not even throwing them hard. It's like the opposite of Justin Gaethje's leg kicks, but then you see the well on Blachowicz' leg. I think the leg kicks probably did more damage than anything else in the fight from either guy. So, yeah, I also agree with the decision that Pereira won that fight, definitely. He was the more active guy in the 3rd round and the 2nd.
Yeah, I had it close. I had 1-1, and then 1-1 going to the 3rd, and then I had a close by Pereira in round 3. Jan didn't really do much round 3 until he finished on top. That's what kind of was the difference. But, I had Alex. Derek Lewis shocked us all. Comes in with a flying knee. Beats Rogerio de Lima. Round 1 knockout. Bad play by me here. I should have just picked either fighter to win round 1. That would have been cool. But, yeah, I mean, if that shit doesn't land, he doesn't win. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't say that. But, big win for Derek Lewis as always. Great to see him win. Snaps his
Yeah.
losing streak. Gets him another big fight on a pay-per-view. So, what do you think about his win? And do you think it means anything?
It's hard to say. So I heard Coach Tim, shout out the Red Hawk. He was saying that he heard from some people in D-Lou's camp that for the last couple fights before this one, they were just really bad camps, really bad fight weeks. Looks like he didn't really want to be there much. But for this one, he seemed like he was motivated, energized, and then he went out there and did that. Honestly, I didn't know he could get that high off the ground. That was athletic. And he said his contract is up with the UFC. So personally, I have a little business proposition for good old D-Lou. I think he goes to either PFL or Bellator and tries to win the $1 million and just hurts people over there. Maybe he gets a fight with Francis eventually down the road, the rematch. What? I mean, I don't think.
I mean, you just know my feeling on the Francis situation. I just think if Francis does all of that to end up to fight Derek Lewis, like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
No, but I'm not even saying for Francis. I'm saying for D-Lou, it's a great move to go out of the UFC because I think he destroys basically any heavyweight that's not top 10 in the UFC. But if he's in the UFC, they're most likely going to give him pretty solid guys because he's a big name.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. He should go out there, get his money. He could throw some sponsors on the shorts.
I think there's no way that the UFC does not re-sign him after that win.
Yeah, but
after just losing Francis Ngannou, which was highly talked about.
But like for how much?
I mean, I don't know how much their contracts are or what they do. I just don't think they lose Derek Lewis.
He's just, I don't know. Before that fight, I'm sure they were thinking he's gonna lose tonight and we're cutting ties with him. He is. Let me see how old he is.
Like 38.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, 38. Boom. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess heavyweights, they can last a little bit. Yeah. They can go later into their days. But
I mean, he for sure would just take the money, but I don't know. I just think that he's in a division that's not really it's crazy because you look at it just boxing and others combat sports in general, everyone's always heavyweights.
Mm-hmm.
But in the UFC, it's bantam, feather, lightweight, or the divisions.
Low to it, yeah.
Yeah. And heavyweight, there's not really. I mean, yeah, that John Jones back. John Jones fighting Stipe's back. That's big. It's one of the biggest fights ever. But I mean, happened too late. But you just there's not really much named in the heavyweight division. There's not much guys at the heavyweight division that are just entertaining.
Yeah, there used to be Kane and stuff, Brock Lesnar, obviously, but that was kind of a lightning in a bottle type situation, and that was a very, very long time ago. Hopefully, Sergey and Aspinall can bring some juice back to the division in the next 5 years. I think they could both. I don't know. I think they're both exciting. Yeah. I like Bam Bam. Cyril brings a cool aspect to it. He's going to hurt anyone on the feet, as we know. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm interested to see what happens with D-Lou. Maybe we could do a little bet on if he goes back to the UFC or not. I'll take the not side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know his decision or how he feels. I just feel like if you're the UFC, you for sure have to do whatever it is. I'm not going to say whatever it takes, but I think you overpay a little bit for Derek Lewis.
Yeah, because people do tune in to watch him, win or lose.
Yeah.
Can't deny that. And should we just talk about the fight that was supposed to be the third fight on the card?
Oh,
I think the news that was Friday that Michelle Pereira missed weight. Unfortunately, Stephen Thompson didn't want to go in there, fight a guy that was 4 pounds overweight, which I get because he was already fighting down in the rankings. He was a top 7, I think, and Pereira was somewhere around 15. So you're already doing him not a favor in that aspect, but you have more to lose.
Yeah.
And then he's not going to make weight, so you're fighting a bigger guy. And Thompson's 40 years old, so
yeah.
I don't know if Pereira's going in there trying to lay on him. Those extra 4 pounds are going to be a lot.
I seen today he wanted to fight in Madison Square Garden that Thompson did, but he doesn't want to fight Pereira. He said he's not giving him that fight no more.
I was gonna say that was supposed to be in Canada, which was a long time ago. Then it was supposed to be here. Let's not turn that into a lower volume Khabib Tony. Obviously, people
Yeah,
don't care as much, but like, yeah, just find Thompson a new opponent, get him someone who's game. Let
Pereira
Pereira fight someone lower down in the rankings and learn his
Pereira
lesson.
tricked it, bro. That was his opportunity.
Yeah,
Whether if it was calculator and he thought he was going to miss weight and Thompson was still going to fight, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that. But that was for sure his chance to do something
mm-hmm.
special and put himself in the top 10. And like a
Yep.
big performance there, you're the guy now.
And that's a great matchup against the old Stephen Thompson, and where it's proven if you can get it to the ground, you're probably going to win. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think any of the other welterweights that are that highly ranked are going to be that vulnerable, I guess, which I hate to say about my guy Wonderboy, but
speaking of old, Bobby Green beats Tony Ferguson round 3 submission. Thought Tony was gonna survive it and get to the decision. He didn't. Bobby Green absolutely just dominated him again. Tony stunned him a little bit,
yeah,
but yeah, I don't
I
know.
I take responsibility for putting that stupid shit out there.
Well,
That
because I get it, Tony's old, but I also think Bobby Green's old. So it's like he's your age. It's not like you're fighting like he was fighting someone younger, like a Michael Chandler. Like this
yeah,
dude's your age, bro. Like I thought it was gonna be a good matchup for him, but I just don't think Tony's he's not good.
yeah, like where I messed up is I knew Tony was going to look old, but I didn't think Bobby Green would look that good.
Yeah, Bobby Green looked really good.
Bro, his boxing is the real deal. And then, I mean, he won with submission, so he's obviously well rounded. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a contender or anything like that just because he's older, obviously. And he already got whooped by Islam.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, I think he still has another few years in the tank of fighting entertaining fights early on the main card, prelim headliners, fight night, co-main, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So yeah,
Who
shouts
though?
to King Green.
Who does Bobby Green fight though?
Who should he fight next?
Just in general.
I mean, you can fight a Favola or something like that. I don't know.
It's tough. Yeah. No, but yeah, I think like my thing is like, and I'm gonna get into this like on the next fight. I have a like just something I want to say, but like I think when you get to like and kind of like Dustin Poirier's in that now, like it's okay to just fight the big fight. Like Bobby Green, just fight the big fight. Fight whether the guy's good, whether the guy's not. Like just fight the big fight, and you're a gatekeeper. You're the third fight on the pay per view. You're fight night headliner. Like that's not nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. And you get that money up too.
Yeah.
Get your name bigger. How about my guy, the Trailblazer? Oh my goodness. He took out Michael Chiesa with I think it was a Darce choke in round 1. Just put it on him, honestly. Didn't even make him look like he was in the same class. So what do you got on this one for us?
Great performance by Kevin Holland. I talked about again going up in weight. He's like such an in-between guy, like he needs the 175 division. But yeah, I think like for Kevin Holland I just don't think he's good enough to beat those elite guys at 70 or 85. So I think if you're him, like I talked about just with Bobby Green and Dustin Poirier, is like just fight the big fights at 70, 85. Be the guy that like, okay, they're saying this guy's good. He has to beat you to show he's good. Like I don't think again, I'm not knocking nobody's work ethic to be on this level. You have to work hard, but I don't think a championship's really like his life and like his like it's really what he wants. So I don't think it's like he's like not because he's never claiming for like a top 5 fight or I want to fight this guy. Like he's just like I'm gonna back and forth divisions. Like so yeah, I mean I like Kevin Holland. He's obviously again a good pay-per-view guy. Yeah, fight everybody at 70, 85. Maybe mess around one day and you get a title eliminator fight. But yeah, great performance by him. Like again, like Michael Chiesa says, a great fight for him. It's a great fight. I don't know who's next for him. Maybe like a JDM or a Ian Gary, maybe. But I think JDM probably beats him, and I would like to see Ian Gary. Let's go Ian Gary versus Kevin Holland.
I think Ian Gary's fighting. He's fighting Jeff Neal on 292.
He is.
But
is Sean Brady booked?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if they're gonna try and rebook him in JDM or not. But yeah, dude, I think those like 5 guys right there, you could have Holland either fight the winner of Gary and
But it's hard though because you can't really give him like a guy like a Sean Brady because he's not really serious about it. So like if he wins, he can just fuck it like I want to move to the next weight, you know? He'll never like so like let's say he beats Sean Brady and then now he's a title eliminator fight away. Like how do we know he's gonna want that division? So you just can't really give him like big name guys in case he wins. Like that's like the reality. Like fuck, I'll fuck around and beat Sean Brady. So like damn, now we're stuck. Now we lost a contender in Sean Brady.
Yeah, and I do gotta say, I saw a very impressive stat on Kevin Holland. He's been averaging a fight every 94 days. Basically every 3 months.
Every day.
Yeah, when he was getting on like back-to-back cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've also did see him and JDM in Australia would be sick in September. That would be about a 2-month layoff for Kevin. He could do that. He can make it happen.
He doesn't have to cut weight.
Kevin would for 170.
Yeah, but he probably walks around 190.
Yeah, that's 20 pounds. It's about average, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's next on the docket for pay-per-views, right? It's not the next card or anything, but the moment
I got the costume up there waiting, bro. I cannot fucking wait.
I need to order in some shirts and stuff, some more Sugar merch to wear. But dude, this is the moment we've been waiting for years now.
It's the reason why it's low-key the reason why we're here.
Dude, yeah, he kind of made us like super fans of the sport, I would say. And now he gets his chance to repay us 2 fights in a row, plus 300, dog. We both took advantage last time, plus 200, dog, this time. Get to double our investment. Where do you find that? Like, tell me a bank where they're going to double your investment in one night.
The Sugar Bank.
Yep.
The Sugar Bank.
Dude, I've been having feelings that he's just going to make Aljo look silly. I don't want to get cocky, but I could see it. Just too fast, too sharp, too focused. Just like Aljo like runs in, kind of stupid. Sugar just catches him with a knee. Aljo stumbles back, and then Sugar just pieces him up and gets him out of there.
His Aljo moment?
Yep, McGregor Aldo moment right there. It's going to happen.
Facts. Other fights on this card, Gabriel Bonfim continues his round 1 wins. Big contender at welterweight, wins by submission. This is where the card went sideways for us. That's where it started. CJ Vergara beats Salvador unanimous decision. Had the under on that one. Kapilov knocked out Ribeiro, like we said. Phenomenal head kick, one of the best we've seen live. Almost hit the round over there. Jake Matthews beats Darius Flowers. Hit on that one.
Bro, Darius Flowers is crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see when he when he barely got touched?
So I had the over, so I was like, fuck. And I was like, no, he's good. Hit that one by 7 seconds.
And when he got hit with the nut shot, he jumped back like 2 seconds after he got kicked.
Yeah.
Like, I think the heel, a lot of people are saying that it was only a stomach shot, but was it you that texted me? It was probably both. Like, he got him in the stomach and the nuts. Or was that someone else?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't think it got him in the nuts at all.
You thought it was stomach only?
I thought he just knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, honestly, could have been, but he just jumped back in such a funny way.
Yeah. Euros Medic beats Selmasburger. That was when I thought we were getting hot. Plus 170. Loses the first round. Fights back in the second round. Puts him to sleep in the third. I was lit. That was the one for me. Miranda Maverick wins by submission. That was a nail biter for us. We hit the under, and we hit Miranda Maverick by submission plus 150. So we were off to a good start. We had a good start. Started off 1, 2, 3, 3-0. Then after that, we didn't get a win until Kevin Holland
head kicked us into the oblivion.
Yeah. So,
bro, that Jake Matthews fight, we won our over by 7 seconds. That was that was a sweat.
Bro, those overs are so nail biting.
Uh-huh.
Like the time goes by so slow.
I was gonna text you that. I was gonna be like, bro, the time feels like it's like twice as long
Bro, it
when
goes
you have
by
an over.
so slow. Oh my gosh, I freaking hate it. It's so
Do you
stressful.
do you think that taking like all the names and rankings out of it, Medic and Selmasburger was the fight of the night? Like just the best fight?
You could convince me of that.
I kind of thought so when I was looking back at them because like all the other fights they had, or some of the other fights they had sick moments, but there wasn't really a back and forth war. I guess you
Yeah.
could say like a lot of them just ended in knockouts or they were dominations or submissions. But I feel like that one was a true war all the way up until Medic got him out of there.
Yeah. We are back this week in Nashville, Tennessee. Corey Sandhagen taking on Rob Font. Rob Font coming in on short notice. They'll meet at a catch weight. I think they're fighting at 140, I want to say. Corey Sandhagen minus 300. Rob Font coming in at plus 240. Co-main here is Jessica Andrade versus Tatiana Suarez. That should be a great one. One that I like here before we get into it is Justin Jacoby versus Kennedy Nzechukwu.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a really good fight at light heavyweight. That was two really good, big physical strikers. If you're a fight fan or someone that's not a casual, look into that one. That'll be a great fight. What do you like in Sandhagen versus Wong before we get out of here?
You know I gotta go with my guy Sandhagen. He's not my number one bantamweight, but if he was in any other division, he'd probably be my number one guy. I like him a lot. He's been improving in all facets of the game. You've seen him start to use offensive wrestling in his fights just to mix it up, give his opponents more to think about. And he's shown that he is lethal on the feet with the flying knees, elbows, kicks, boxing, all of it. So give me Corey Sandhagen. Rob Font's a dog. I don't want to say that he's like at the top level, kind of a one-trick pony, if that makes sense, but I feel like you kind of know what Rob Font's going to do to beat you. It's going to be with the pressure boxing, like in your face, just like, yeah, just that kind of
I think if you're
cartel style.
You can't be too one-dimensional and beat the Sandman. He has too many tricks. He's too crafty. I think Sandhagen just is too much for him. Maybe of round 4 knockout, round 5, maybe even just a 50-45 decision. But I agree. Give me Corey Sandhagen.
Do you have any bets that you like on that? I was just trying to find the like props and I actually couldn't find anything.
Yeah, it's still early in the week. They won't have them yet. Probably Corey Sandhagen by decision.
Yeah.
Probably Kennedy. I like Diego Lopes.
Diego's fighting again?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Diego
I like Kyler Phillips versus Raoni Barcelos too. That's going to be a banger. And then Billy Q taking on Damon Jackson.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they're both I think I might have predicted that one back in the day because they're both coming off of pretty brutal KO losses. Billy Q got like hurt by Barboza, and then Damon Jackson got hurt by Dan Ige. So that was a little snipe by me, I think, but I don't have the receipts. And yeah, we'll put out our bets later in the week.
Yes,
did you see McGregor? They said most likely December, last card of the year. I mean, I don't really take too much. I take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to get too excited yet. Still,
I don't take that USADA shit to effect at all because I think it's too late anyway. He's out of USADA. I don't think he's gonna be in USADA, bro. Like I just think he's fuck USADA.
Yeah, dude.
That's literally what I think it is. Like I don't think it matters. Like I just don't think that everyone keeps saying like he can't fight yet because he's not in USADA. Like I think that's USADA's done with him. Like I just don't think he cares about USADA.
He's just above that, or he's just not gonna fight.
No, I just think he's gonna fight with like he can fight anytime. Like I don't think he's has to be in USADA for so long. I don't think that applies to him. I just don't. I'm not saying he's above it, but yeah, he's above it. Like, he's fucking Conor McGregor. Like, you know, if he tells Dana, I'm gonna fight in December. Dana's
gonna make it happen.
Yeah, that's not matter, bro.
They're gonna get someone else's piss.
Yeah. So we're another week closer to Sugar Sean O'Malley, baby. That's our next pay-per-view, UFC 292 in Boston. I got the St. Patrick's green Sugar Sean shirt ready for that weekend in Boston. Let's go.
Come on. Also, I wanted to say your Angels, they're exciting. I respect it.
We're all in. We're all in. We got to do what we can to keep Ohtani, you know?
I think if you guys could put up the money, I don't see why he wouldn't resign.
Yeah.
I don't like. It's not like he grew up in America. Like I don't think he might not even know the significance of the
teams
Yankees.
that wanted him now wanted him before.
What?
All the teams that want him now wanted him when he first came, and he still signed with us.
That's true. Yeah. Was it between you guys and us, or
Dodgers? The Rangers were in there. There's a lot of teams. The Rays, the Giants, Mets, Yankees.
And in baseball, at the end of the day, like sure you could already have a huge payroll, but it's really just up to the owner if they want to pay more money, right? Like it's not like the NFL.
There's no cap space, yeah.
You been seeing any training camp stuff that caught your eye?
See a lot of injuries. Nothing particular that's really caught my eye. It's still too early.
Jalen Hyatt, he's catching my eye, and he's catching a lot of football.
So you just asked me that because you wanted to say something. So you had because you answered that caught your eye. So go ahead. Is there anything that caught your eye? Has anything caught your eye in training camp?
I was just being polite, you know. But yeah, dude, Jalen Hyatt on the Giants, he is electric. He recorded a 24 miles per hour thing, and Tyreek Hill was the fastest before that with 23.7. I've seen some toe drags. Darren Waller has apparently been unguardable out there. So I'm just really excited for week 1. I feel like I might even just have to come up to Bakersfield. First football Sunday, we get to cap it off with a little SNF, Giants Cowboys.
Yeah, you know where I'll be. I ain't hard to find.
Bro, that week 1, that wouldn't be the Sugar weekend, right? August 19th?
Let me see.
Or is week 1 in September?
I thought it's September.
Yeah, it might be like September, actually. That would have been too good to be true.
It's September. We're like 2 months away.
I wish we were breaded like that to where we could be like, bro, we're going to that game.
I know you're telling me.
In due time.
Yes, sir.
We just
That's
need.
all I got. That's all I got this week. What you got? What we ended on?
That's all I was gonna say. I was just gonna say we need like Athletic Greens or one of those fools that sponsor everyone to hop on. You know what I'm saying? Send us to the Giants Cowboys game.
Facts.
All right, then. Yeah, that's all I got for this week.
We'll be back guys next week. Contender Series next week. We got Ultimate Fighter on Tuesday tomorrow. So tune into that. We'll see you guys next week. We'll drop the picks on the Instagram socials for this weekend's card. Stay safe, gamble responsibly. Thank you all.
Oh, I like that. Gamble responsibly.